It's time for Power Hour.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Tuesday stream. It was turnaround Tuesday for crypto, and a decent amount of stocks. But yeah, hard times fell on the altcoins. Where I mean, right? No surprise if you're a member of this community, if you watch the streams, if you know what we were doing, what we were looking at. It's just typical stuff. Yeah, we'll look into those, and we'll also look at some stocks that, Aapl. It's been a defensive play. Remember, it's done nothing 5 days in a row, and all of a sudden, a record close, and it's not even close to being done. You know, the Fibonacci extensions, and then Googl closed. Made an intraday all-time high, but then a record close, and then our baby Rivian made 16 plus month highs on the close. I think intraday too. So we're going to take a look at all these assets. TNDM, that's a great start to that insane 3,000 day large harmonic structure with the type 2 return, slightly lower lows, bullish divergence, U-shaped volume. Oh my God, what a dream. We'll take a look at all this stuff, and we actually had a request before the stream even started. So without further ado, let's look deeper into the markets. All right. So here's your Bitcoin. No surprise, we got levels being respected on the bottom side, the top side. Traders never settled up higher than that undeniable level from December last year, January this year, right? The candle close, they closed below it formally. And then, yeah, intraday, Asia last night, they might have taken it up to $107,467, but then Wall Street gets going and they dump it and virtually wiped out all the gains from the past 2 days, all of them. Yeah, you're catching a little recovery in the last, couple hours. The futures were closed temporarily. They've reopened just moments ago. And, okay, coming off the lows. That's great, man. You've been selling off all day. So it's not so much Bitcoin. And there you go, flipping positive on the 4 hour. Not so much Bitcoin as it is others, like Solana taking a real beating today. Ethereum selling off. Doge. XRP.
What's up, Mitch?
Most
when
of
you
their
get a
gains
chance,
gone.
can we take a look at $DNUT?
Mr. Brian. Things with 25. Yeah, take a look at that. For sure, man. And then I'm gonna play this TTS from earlier, because, dude, when someone tips before the stream starts, it's so nice, man, because it's like I've got like my OBS open in my living room, in my office. They're like in between. They're in between the furthest parts of my penthouse, and it's like my entire place, the Jesus chimes just filled. And it's holy, it's beautiful. I love it when people tip early. And then we'll replay it for you right now. So maybe replay activity. I don't even know. Yeah, we're going to look at Donut, though. I don't know why Tater is not playing, man. That's really weird. Okay, Tater, I'm sorry, dude. It's not going to replay for some reason. I don't know. But we will look at the Korean won to the Japanese yen, I believe is what you wanted. Yeah, Japanese yen to Korean won. We'll look at those. Okay, we'll look at that first. Thanks. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, the Bitcoin, this is the way I guess we would look at it for now until things change, until buyers recapture, my God, 110 plus. We probably want to look at it like it's downtrending, and it's not. It doesn't mean like it's a long-term, overall, all-time downtrend. It's just for now. Lower highs, lower lows. No forms of confirmation that the low is in. And you're not hitting the supply line, you're not hitting the overbought threshold, and you're definitely at you don't even want to know what the oversold threshold would be if this was a downtrend, and you wanted to go to the max threshold of the downtrend. I mean, that's a perfect little $90,000 level down there. So I hope that doesn't happen, but you just remember what trend we're in. We're not in an uptrend right now, but once we become in an uptrend, there would have been variables that occurred. Also, by the way, happy Veterans Day. You can see my base mat overlay is thematic of the American flag. Hype in the chat. Love our veterans. Thank you so much if you're out there and you're watching and you did serve, or one of your family members served. Please tell them I said thank you. Because without them, without you, I couldn't be here, doing this. So, very grateful. Okay, so that's your Bitcoin on the daily. Let's go to Ethereum real quick, down 3.75%. Right, they took it to that 3580, and that's pretty much where they closed it yesterday. And you've just completely reversed, right back at the 200 moving average. It's off the low. Everything's off the lows, man. I understand. That's what happens. Typically, extremely low volume comes in when the futures close, and they got a chance to rally a little bit. So, what do we look at this as? You go to the 4 hour, you can kind of see. Oh, okay. Let me extend this out for you, bro. Gotcha. Just at this little consolidation structure's bottom. Hope it doesn't break. They could take it hot. Dude, they could pivot it here. They could take this asset to 3582 or 3852. And it's still going to be in here. It's still not going to be even coming close to threatening the previous discernible swing highs. So these are just buyer-inducing rallies that can extend longer than you could think. They may actually hold it here. It might actually go higher, but it still doesn't get you in better shape. Doesn't reverse the trend. Trend's still down. So just keep that in mind. Do not get wrecked. There's no evidence of an uptrend for now. And when it happens, I will do everything. I will do everything in my powers. I will practice all my skills to talk about it when it happens, but it requires higher highs, higher lows consecutively, consistently, and that has to really be on the daily that you can see it. So below 35.20, 35.80, given enough time, you're asking for $3,000. You just are. You could look at the significant time scales like the weekly to understand. Really, below 39.30 on the weekly, it's really right back to a retest of that swing low from last week. Not a great start to the week, right? Down 4.27% on the new week. So kind of gross for now, but even if they take it to 3K, I would love to see some sort of confirmation low. I'd love to see maybe they violate it and then they recapture it, then they reconfirm it, and they start developing a bullish reaccumulation structure at above that level. It would be very intriguing to get that, but that's what you need if you want to be able to strategize a long at all. We just have nothing to work with for a long. You just don't, man. I wish we did. I would be so happy. But that's the space-time continuum, how it works. Most of the time, you're not going to have a way to strategize. So we got to wait, man. It would be probably best to retest around 3K. But yeah, obviously we don't want it, but it's not about what we want. What trend are we in right now? Lower highs, lower lows. You know it, man. It can change. And I'll be the first one to tell you when it does. Okay, we can look at XRP. That was, my God, dude, it was up 8% yesterday. They were going to do it. And it's gone. Right, discussed. It was great that they rallied it. Congratulations. But I'm sorry. Did anything change? Absolutely not. Nope. Are you above the 200 moving average? No. Are you above 262 to 272? No. Are you making a discernible swing high that is higher than the previous highs? Absolutely not. You're not doing anything outside of short squeezing or trying to induce buying from people that just don't understand trend analysis. They might buy into yesterday, FOMO, and oh my God, green number. It's time for XRP. Garlinghouse is coming. Schwartz, they're going to save us. But the trend is not your friend. It's just not. Okay, that's all there is to talk about on it. We can look at Solana now. Well, we can go to BNB. Bro, you're getting a BNB. Because major market cap, see, $1,000 again. That is now 4 days rejecting the psychological 1K. This is not a formal resistance support. That would be around 1,050, 1,080. It's just psychologically they failed. A retest would be better. 880. If they could take it lower, that would be nice. But you just have nothing to work with right now. Nothing. They confirmed the top. Little doji star. And it was over. Confirmed the top. All right. Lower highs, lower lows for now. You're down. You're in a downtrend right now in the midterm, short term, not long term. No one said long term. Short term, midterm. Okay. And now we will look at Solana, down almost 7%. It is near the lows of the day, mother of God. No one's saying hi with bids here. With Bitcoin at least catching some bids off its low of 102.5, 102.492. It's at 103.1. Hey, cool. But my God, Solana, nothing. And this was the best, probably the best example yesterday of the bearish consolidation. You can't trust this. Any moves up, even if they took it to 180, 190, 198, it would still be downtrending. But they just decided, hey, man, we're going to respect the crap out of that flag, that bear pole bear flag. It's beautiful. Is it not artwork, man? You saw yesterday when we were up here, and now look at us. They're actually trying to break it. Now, they might recapture it in 31 minutes. I'm sure they could. You know, Bitcoin rallies. All right, but you're just in bad shape. Bad trend, bear trend. Buyer-inducing rallies, probably. I mean, just think about the characteristics here. As we discussed yesterday, you were just methodical, upsloping consolidation with a well-established trend that is lower highs, lower lows. You're not even coming close to threatening the previous highs. That is textbook bearish consolidation. So deep thoughts and prayers to Solana and all the holders, okay? Because that's anything below 162, 160 is very bad. It's like you're just targeting for the bottom of the flag, but then probably like 125 to 130 eventually. That's probably what your measured move of the bear pole bear flag would give you if it did resolve and if it was reliable and it performed pretty well. I think you'd be seeing the 130s, low 130s. Good luck. Okay, so the one thing that I think we could all agree upon that kept us grounded on the stream yesterday was, you know, we saw like what XRP was doing. We saw what were the other ones? They were pumping. They were going crazy. Oh, yeah, Uniswap news, bro. But it was like, hey, could Uniswap, with that big pump on Uni, did it change anything? Did it reverse our trend on total market cap? Sweet mother of God, no. No, in fact, they've just taken us to test formally the 200 simple moving average. Bearish engulfing candle in the midst of being painted, and just testing the bottom of the flag. It looks beautiful on the 4 hour. It is artwork. You couldn't make it look any prettier. And my concern, now maybe we're early here, right? Maybe they pivot it and we run one more time inside this flag. They might try to do that. That would be crazy, man. That'd be some serious Python action. Like squeezing the shorts and getting the dumb money to maybe think there's a chance here. They might try to like take it to 3.62, 3.67 trillion. But dude, right now, as it stands with current data, there's such a, think about it like this, there's such a lack of demand that the market participants involved with total market cap are unable to go formally test $3.62, $3.67 trillion, which is the insanely important inflection zone. We're above that. There might be an argument for us being okay going way higher, but below it, it's terrible. There's no reason to really own crypto when total market cap's below 3.62, 3.67 trillion. There's just not. So here we are. It's uncanny. It's similarities to Solana, right? Let's make sure this is kind of pinpoint. There you go. That's really pretty. So you're still in it. You're not breaking it or anything, but real close here to trouble. And you would think that if it was going to break down furthermore, we'd be looking for a test of the bottom of the flag, 3.22 trillion, but you're looking for a $2.93 trillion test down there. That's where Solana would be at, the 130s. So again, the stream isn't to make you feel good. The stream isn't in any way to give you false hope or make you think that dude, the devs are coming, man. They're gonna save you. I think there are a lot of communities and channels and people that are way into that. They're looking for good news on days like this. And it's the trend is the worst news. Okay. The trend is all the news you need. All right. So again, a bearish engulfing candle will be confirmed in 27 minutes and change. If you're enjoying the coverage of this analysis, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. You can see again one more time why it's so important, why the whole market sentiment is dependent on if the price of total is above a level or below it. Above it, you might be okay, but we understood the context for lower highs, distribution. And then testing again, it was dude, this is probably screwed. It looks like on the worst side of things, and we got a flush, and now we're just, again, they're resetting the oscillators, quite possibly getting set up to go lower. But I know everyone wants 150,000 Bitcoin by year end because that's some sort of meme. That's some sort of thing. Okay. All right, that is your crypto update, man. But dude, there's there's cryptos out there that were doing things remember Filecoin? How is it doing now? Dude, it's coming all the way back. You don't understand. This was a joke scam. This was probably CZ, his one of his butler's birthdays, and for his butler's birthday, he told his butler and his family to buy Filecoin, and he pumped it for the butler and his family, and then told them to offload it. And that was their salary for the year. That was their gift, okay? And so now it's over. This thing will eventually come all the way back down to 136. They have in no way recaptured key levels that they desperately needed. It was all a scam. This whole market is just full of scams and scam pumps and dumps. Very seldom on scam coins are the pumps actually real. So congratulations falling below the 200-day simple moving average. Congratulations falling below the old all-time low from December of 2022. You're garbage. You're straight garbage, Filecoin. Uniswap, remember that time it was up and now it's down 12.45%. Now it was cool. This one was pretty cool because of the M shape, type 1 reaction. Then fine, eventually bleed out and give me a type 2 return down here at 550 and then we can talk, all right? Remember, this was one of the best trade setups we've seen in a long time in crypto. From June 2022 all the way to November 2020. Y'all remember this one? This one was legendary. Just another one of those godlike harmonic setups with a type 2 return over a long period of time. It did it, hit all the targets, exceeded, and then pumped and dumped. And now look at us, it's just not an investment, bro. In no way. You'd be a masochist to think this is some sort of investment over all these years. Same price or lower. All right. So wait, there's more. ICP, remember that was pumping, dude. They took it to the resistance. Now they're going to take it back to supports. 460 to 510 on deck. My God, man. FOMO should be illegal. Good luck, dude. I just think you got some more downside on ICP. There wasn't really any reason to own it anyway. It just pumped. Sometimes they do that. What about CRV? My God, it's down 10%. Dude, not good. I mean, they're just putting in a lower high, 53 cents. An old support from 2022 has been regarded as resistance. You're bearishly engulfing. You're falling back within the parameters of this little channel here. I don't. It just you're downtrending and nothing here. Now, cool that they held the price action, whatever above the level, but now the new data coming in is pretty ugly. It's fugly. All right, there's just no reason right now to own that. How about Lind? Remember Aapl, dude? It's terrible. You're downtrending. You're continuing to dump. You're down 9+% today. No structures, no forms of confirmation. It's just over. Just over, bro. What's up, Matt C, man?
Matt C tipped $25. Can you check in on NNDM and AMC, please? Rivian go BRR big boy markets.
Yeah, we'll look at NNDM. Did my music stop or something? No, it's still going. I just can't even hear it. What the heck, dude? Whew. All right. Okay, there we go. That's better for me. Keeps the audio the same on y'all's side. But yeah, just disgusting, man. Like, what about, it's just bad. Like, that was just fire-inducing rallies. IMX, I'm just looking at these so we can get a good perspective and it can affirm what we've been talking about the past couple of days. Like, this is all bullcrap. SNX, oh my God, dude. SNX, get ready, man. Going for the lowest daily candle close since September 23rd. Below the 200 simple moving average now. You're about to get the first close below it. First time since September. And out of support, I guess. Yeah, some support from yesteryear, 2018. God, dude, think about it, man. 8 years later, same price. What a scam, you know, going lower. HBA, bro, I mean, it looks like they're confirming a bottom, kind of like Bitcoin Cash, but look at the disgusting sell-off you're getting. It's just like not bullish. Zcash, it might, they're rugging it, man. They're falling below supports. Resistance is 478, on the way to 371. It's gross, man. It's super gross. Maker. I was having fun with this one where it's like, all right, if we even cared about it, maybe a reaction of $1,000. Remember the bearish Gartley, type 2. Now let's get a bullish shark after. It's like this everywhere in crypto, man. GRT, dude, remember when they pumped it and then they are dumping it? Guess what, chat? Guess what? Lowest high of downtrend. Lowest high, in fact. I'm not even kidding. This is, you see this swing on November 7th to now. Lowest high in the history of this asset. This asset has never put in a discernible swing high this low before. Wow. Congratulations. Hype in the chat for GRT being complete and utter garbage. And on we could go. Avalanche, bro. Avalanche, we're waiting on 1080 on this scam, dude. Just wait, bro. You're going to get way lower. Cardano, dude, Hoskins & Son, Bullet Ants, Peyote, bearish and golden candle. Waiting for 40, the low 40s, maybe even the 30s on this stuff, dude. It's just trash. It's just garbage. Algorand, remember when it went to 0? Or whatever, 10 cents. Just wait, man. Same thing. It's just downtrending. Could be putting in the lowest high of the downtrend. Though it's at support. Congratulations. What about Dogecoin? Down 5%. Bearish and golden candle. Falling below 17.8 cents. Very bad, boys. Very bad. See, it 16.3. Break 16.3. You're probably going to 13.5 cents. Downtrending. Lower highs, lower lows consecutively. No forms of confirmation. Got to retest the lows. Got to go to 15 cents to at least see if it's real or not. It probably won't be real. Probably be going lower. But they got to go test it. It's bad, man. It's really bad. That's all I can tell you. Crypto sucks. So no change from yesterday, right? When everything was green, XRP was up 7%. Still bad. Still bad. Oh boy. This one gonna have to get banned. Oh yeah, time to ban anyone talking about those scam coins. That ALX garbage crap. Ban them all. Mods. Do I need to do this? I mean, I can. I'll be sure to ban that word too. Oh, they do that though, okay? Like one scam that they run is like these Indian, Nigerian bots. They have bot farms. They'll make a scam coin, bunch of numbers and letters, and then they will astroturf with like 100 accounts, like different comments on when this stream becomes static, they'll comment hundreds of comments or whatever. I have to ban the words. They'll use different, like they'll use apostrophes and little degree symbols to try to make it unbannable. I have to go in and ban all that, and then I have to delete all the comments. It's very annoying. I have to do it every single day. It's a occupational hazard. All right, occupational duty to delete all that garbage. They never stop, man. They never sleep. Okay, so that's your crypto. Let's just look at US dollar tether dominance. I haven't looked at this in a minute. If it'll let me. Will they let me see it? I don't know. It's kind of being weird here. Is anyone having problems with their trading view today? I was kind of having like a few problems, like where like this. Like it's just you type it in and it won't generate. Very weird. Yeah, like look at that. That's so weird. Like it like will let me see others, but it won't let me see US dollar tether dominance. So weird. Okay, I mean, I don't say. Maybe we can't see it now. At Zemo, let's freaking go, dudes. Let's freaking go.
Hey Mitch, can you check out HNRG, Nasdaq CM, and RIG, NYSE? HNRG popped 20% on the earnings beat yesterday but still looks
Boom.
like it has room to run. And RIG looks interesting too. Any good entry zones you'd watch for either?
Take gander, bro. At Zemo, thanks for the 50, bro. Thanks so much. Yeah, we will certainly look at that, okay? When the time comes, we'll get through, the market analysis and all that. So let's look at just like the S&P 500 real quick. Wow, dude. Wow. I mean, just another day. You could thank Aapl for this exclusively. I think Microsoft was up a little bit, so it helped too. A little bit. Highest daily candle close since the 3rd. And I think they filled a gap. Yeah, they pretty much filled that gap. So I hope it keeps going, though. I hope it goes beyond and we see another all-time high. What a run, man. The highest low, that hammer, the gap up. They're keeping it going for now. Wow. Dow Jones did great, or did well-ish. I mean, it was a record. Dude, no way. No freaking way. Look how they hold it. They pivot it at the demand line, the hammer, and then it's just, well, we have to do it, man. We have to play it. We have to play Jesus Chimes, and an index fund makes fresh all-time high. Thank you, Aapl. $1,414 is in sight, 48,572. And if Aapl continues its price discovery journey, that's exactly where the Dow Jones will continue. Yeah, Apple's a massive weighted asset on the Dow Jones. So, okay. NASDAQ, it was mixed today. Very mixed. It was down 0.25%. What a channel, though. My God. It's so beautiful, isn't it? With no changes. They like defended it last week and gapped up, and you're just sideways right at that 1618 fib extension, gold mean ratio, with an unfilled gap above you at 23,837. Gaps above us, gaps below us. Which one will fill first, Larry? Needless to say, beautiful respect. This channel been looking at it since May. God. Then your IWM, Russell 2000 ETF, just still holding right at, 244.46, just to continue every day showing you the old all-time high from 2021, 2024. You're just butting up against it after putting in a higher low, I guess. It's almost like a roof pattern. We got a roof again. Give me a chimney. Small caps uptrending, and they're up just against a multi-year overhead resistance. Hype in the chat. Okay. Remember gold pulled back. It was up and it was down. It had a higher close than yesterday, and out the gate, man, wow, up 0.42%. The attempted rally continues, where we imagine they could take it to an 886 at 43.20. They could even overshoot it. But wow, that's really nice to see. Gold, I guess depends. It's like, Fiat purchasing power collapsing, by the way, chat. So the fourth turning is, this is the fourth turning chart. The fourth turning, the gold boom. Silver, remember, it recaptured the old all-time high from 2011 yesterday. Continued stronger than gold. It's up 1.42% yesterday. New day. It's just hanging around. It's going to go up and down, but attempting a rally here. We go probably going to go test near the highs we saw in mid-October. How crazy is this? On my birthday, silver hit an all-time high. I know it dumped, but intraday, it was my birthday. I love that, dude. My silver mid-trade TA coins. Okay, $60 eventually, but you just don't know what's going to happen in between. It's in this crazy run. Like, right, the monthly M shape hit the targets. It's just crazy, man. All right. One sec. I just want to check on something, okay? Didn't have time to check on it today, but I do want to see coffee futures, chat. Coffee futures. Oh, God, it was scary yesterday, but today it was up 1.87%. I'm still waiting for coffee to break out, and so our unironic cup with Hendel can become famous. Rice futures is up 2%. Wow, these big commodities, man. Oat futures trying to bottom out maybe a little bit. Natural gas is up today. Wow. Whoa, holy. Whoa, man. Let's go to NG, though. I want to see the chart I actually update and kind of look at more. This is on my watch list, too. Where's NG? Is it not here? There it is, NG. Yeah, bro, this thing's already bottomed. I mean, this is like in an uptrend now, by the way. Started back here. And go figure. It started where we found bottoms before. It's a cycle bottom zone, and they did it again, and now you are uptrending. So that head and shoulders, this one here was pretty good, a small pattern, but there was a bigger one, like a left shoulder head, right shoulder. Notice that it performed miserably, and buyers defended a key support resistance from history. That indicates who's in control of this asset. Remember, when bearish patterns and structures develop in uptrends, when you don't have to take action on those at all, but to be able to identify the weakness from them, when how can you gauge actual strength of the pattern, or performance of the pattern? I mean, that's the neckline of this head and shoulders. They just barely broke it, and then the reaccumulation began. I mean, you really did in fact have some sort of through rising valleys. I mean, it was really nice in retrospect. Reaccumulation 1 and 2, a very proportionate swing lows. So a very symmetrical structure. That was beautiful before a markup. As you can see, it's running. I mean, it made its highest, dude, yesterday / today. Natural gas made its highest daily candle close officially since December 28th, 2022. So we're talking almost 3-year highs, 2 years, 11-month highs on the close yesterday / today, because it was 2 hours ago the candle closed. So took out that high from March 10th. Hello? Natural gas, bro. Look at the structures. TA respected. Wow. So something else happened. I want to reassess and look at it again. But it was AW1, the Bloomberg Commodity Index Future. Look at this. Chat. Look here, listen. We've done it. We've done it.
No way. No way.
At least I have chicken.
All right, so here it is. One of the most beautiful, complex inverse head and shoulder structures I've ever seen in my life. Identified, visible on the weekly. As they recaptured that 200-week moving average last week, past 3 weeks, you've now broken the neckline and confirmed the breakout. Highest, I mean, you got 2 days, 20 hours, but you're closing in on the highest weekly candle close for commodities since January of 2023. So we are closing in on nearing 3-year highs. What, 2 years and whatever. Because we're going on 2026, man. Things getting crazy. So the blue skies, think about it. Straight down, straight up, straight down. There's nothing here. You want to do the measured move of this? This is commodities, man. This is your US dollar collapsing chart. And guess what? The cost of goods is... Oh, look at the TA Tetris, bro. 122.20. This is insane. Look at the swing low from 2013 right there. You see that? Perfectly lined up. TA Tetris. So that is your target anyway. 122.23. Can't even make it any more beautiful than this, chat. This is it. Wow, man. It's just commodities, man. This is a traditional market, though. This is where TA is respected like crazy. You have commodities, equities, and currencies. And we're going to look at one of those because that was the first request before the stream even started. Gorgeous, dude. Okay, let's look at these Mag 7s real quick, and then we'll move along. We'll get the requests going. So I just want to look at the cryptos. Wanted to look at some of these commodities. Wanted to look at the index funds. All right, we've made progress on analyzing the market, the overall market. We'll just look at these market drivers now. We'll go best to worst. All right. Best, of course, Aapl, my defensive stock. But guess what? You've never seen a close this high before in your life. 275.25. You didn't make an intraday all-time high. Understandable. That was the earnings day, Halloween. But remember the trend. And remember the context of the trend. Not only in this amazing trend, you're also broken above all-time highs from December last year. You're just waiting on 285, 297, 316 long-term. You'll get it. Short-term, probably going at 282 to 285. They could just keep it going sideways, up. But eventually 285 with the 1272 to play catch-up with a lot of these Mag 7s that have gone way beyond their 1272. A few have hit their 1618s. So gorgeous on Aapl. Long time coming. And a lot higher to go in time. Give me enough time. What chart is that? Look, dude. Do you see where my mouse cursor is spazzing out? I have magnified the ticker and the time scale for you. Literally for you, Brady. Just so you never have to ask what chart, what time scale I'm looking at. Let me know if that helps. Okay, Microsoft also helped to the overall macro. Remember, it's not about, double top, but look, they're holding it, man. They're holding it up. So, caught follow through after yesterday, and you're not dead yet, right? You cannot confirm a double top until the neckline's confirmation line's broken, and that's around 492. They didn't do it. They just took it to the verge of death. All right, Google. A record close, hype in the freaking chat for Google and Aapl carrying this market. Google, let's take it to $300. That's the target. Easy. $300. Psychological. Amazon. Decent day. It was up 0.28%, pretty much flat, down a little bit after hours, 0.06%. Just skating above 242. Anything above 242 equals price discovery. So you're waiting on, it's like Aapl. You're waiting on 263, the 1272. Aapl and Amazon are laggards. Sorry, I don't know why it's doing that. My bad. I do have a lot of charts up on my other computer, the office, the battle station. Dude, this is getting trolly. It doesn't make sense why I would just keep doing this. But if it does it a couple more times, I'm gonna be okay. Now I'm just getting trolled. Literally getting trolled. Getting trolled. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go break something real quick. So it was like everything's good, and then it just starts doing this, and it's like, huh? Can't have nice things. Okay, anyway. Yeah, life is good above 242 on Amazon. And you're waiting on 263, 275, 290. And that's it. Meta, a big loser. It's going to take a tremendous amount of effort and bidding to ever reverse this trend. It's going to take a long time, man. You're in a nasty breakaway gap downtrend, and was down a little bit today, down 0.74%. They can't even crack above 632.50. What pathetic. I mean, you still have an active hammer that could be a reversal. The verdict is still out on it, though. It's kind of sketch. So maybe this still is a bottom. It could be. So we'll be monitoring candle by candle, day by day on this one. It's very bad. Yeah, this is very anomalous. There is no Mag 7 that is in any shape like this. Meta is by itself. It has been marooned on the island of garbage. Tesla down 1.26%. Yeah, you know, it's very neutral right now. Long-term uptrend, but very neutral right now. They could easily take this to 414 again, as easy as they could take this to 465, 476. So nothing to do here but you own it from the 300s, the low 300s. The trade setup's active. You're sitting in it. You're just, you know, it's there. It's in the portfolio. You're up a lot, and you're just not worried about it, because even if it pulls back and fills a gap, I mean, worst case, I think you're going to make a much higher low than previous low, and you're going to run again. It just might take, it could take a few more months before we start doing the thing. I'm just hoping for sooner rather than later. You know, some interesting stat I learned about Tesla is, okay, so the best month historically for Tesla, I believe, is January. The second best month is like February. Possibly the second best month is December. But the fourth best month for Tesla is November. So I'm talking for Tesla. If you want to know about historical performance of all the months of the year, the best performing months for Tesla, November, December, January, February. It's got its best yield since its inception. So you have history behind you. You're in the fourth best month of the year performance-wise for Tesla right now, but it would only get better if history just repeated itself. So you use your mind here. November, okay, it's sideways, it's flat, it's down, it's not doing well, whatever. 2 months or just a whole month since that top beginning October. You just got to wonder. Your seasonality is really good on this one. But time will tell it. They could still dump it, and it's going to make a higher low. Robotics, man. They're going to take over the world. Batteries, robotics. What Elon's talking about, converging his companies and all his companies maybe into Tesla. That would be crazy. All right, NVIDIA, the worst of the day, but no big deal, man. All right, just cooled off after ripping Michael Burry's face off yesterday. It was up almost 6%. Hit nearly $200, and it's just pull back, and they could keep it going. They go fill this gap at 188. Wouldn't be surprising. You're just uptrending in all-time high territory. That's kind of it. So yeah, gap below you, 188. Can't be surprised if it fills. Best asset in the world by far. It just is. Okay, that's your Mag 7s. So let's look at Rivian real quick, because we just got to give credit where credit's due. Remember, it's all about the harmonic the structures. And my God, we're not going. I mean, it was... What was the highest? What was the candle close back here? Dang, man, they almost did it. They almost took it out. So 16-month highs, but it was just less than 15, 20 cents away from the highest daily close since January 2024. So, wow. So, yeah, up 35+% in a week. So you can't say, once again, didn't warn you about a good setup, didn't say there was certainty involved. It was just predictable patterns, momentum stalling, momentum shifting, accumulation, assuming structures. See you at 1927, but if they ever break 1927, mother of God, you're going to well, I guess 22, is maybe a level, but I think the gap fill above 1927, I think you'd be targeting the gap fill at 2341. But eventually, don't you even worry. Maybe it takes us to 2027 to get there, but 40. But this was the idea we were thinking about. You know, like it's going to run. It's going to do what Baba did. Baba goes, hits targets, and then has massive pullbacks, and then runs again, higher highs, then a massive pullback, then higher highs, runs again, and then a massive pullback. It's just probably how it will go in time. But just magnificent. I hope to God that if you missed LAC, maybe you said, you know what, man? He said it looks like Baba, because if you missed Baba, you had LAC. If you missed LAC, you had Rivian. If you missed Rivian, you had TNDM. It was up 7% today, up another percent after hours. A great start as they have recaptured the inflection point from 2016. What a start, man. Scott Carney was live today too. He liked it as well. So the Daily Candle has closed on the crypto space. So we'll look at them real quick. How did it go on Bitcoin? Confirmed bearish engulfing candle. All right. Ethereum. Back below key support resistance, 3520, 3580. Nothing to do but wait for 3,000. I mean, unless they continue this buyer-inducing rally, the bear flag stuff, okay? They did close back below the 200-day simple moving average, gross. BNB, kind of just a pretty nasty day, but below $1,000. Your midterm, short-term downtrending, okay? XRP. Didn't engulf yesterday, but pretty lost almost all the gains and still downtrending until evidence presents itself that would indicate the trend is bullish again, which is higher highs, higher lows consecutively. But all you've been doing is high, highest high, low, lower high, same low, lower high, same low, which is descending triangle behavior. Lower high, lower low, lower highs, lower lows. Possibly lowest high of downtrend, and that's it. It's gross. Okay, and then Solana was the worst of the big ones today in terms of performance. There was like no bidding that came in near the close, and you were just right at that bear flag. They broke it. Wow, confirmed. You can see it, right? This is not an opinion. This is like, you see the anchor points 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 on the top. They broke it. They confirmed broke it. So they'll go run and test it 157.50 to see if it's resistance now. And it was support. It might flip to resistance. They might take it to 159, 160. But just know if you make a lower high than the previous minor high here, you're really screwed. So probably looking for a test of 145, 135. But okay. Yeah, Asia's here. They're going to initially pump it. And then it's going to sell off or whatever. Yeah, that's your little crypto update, man. Just want to get through those. Because we do congregate here, typically trying to congregate here for power hour, the last 60 minutes trading for the close, the daily close. We were able to do that today. So, gross. You lost the key inflection point, chat. Can't lose 160, 162. Otherwise, your hopes are extinguished of seeing at least 180 or even 190. Good God. No chance for now. All right. So, let's look at a couple of these requests, man. I look like I'm 500 pounds? Really? Bro, I think you need to get your eyes checked out. You might be completely blind. All right. Japanese yen to South Korean won. Let's take a look here. Let's go to the weekly. Let's look here. You're downtrending, right? Because your highs here are lower than these highs. You've now officially made a lower low than the previous low. You're now making a lower high than the previous highs. Not looking great here. Your big levels were like 1166. Looked like that was kind of a level of significance to some degree. Swing low here. Swing low, yeah, the positive correlation, the springback test before they ran it to the next level. Yeah, you're like, I get it. You're probably like, dude, is that an inverse head and shoulders? It could be, but the thing about it is you really just can't care if it is until they recapture 954 to 972, 973. Like, yeah, bro, you can't care when you're trading below this inflection zone. So yeah, it would be maybe an inverse head and shoulders if they recapture 972 and they put in a higher low and we get more evidence of momentum shifting into the hands of the buyers. But for now, it's pretty bad, man. I don't like that. I don't really like how this low is lower than this low now. And this high and these highs are way lower than these highs. So you're just trending downward, even if a structure develops here. Your insurance policy on this asset would be to not own it until they do this. They do this. And maybe if you're lucky, they do something like this. Then it might be a better argument for risk management where one could set it, if it does this, you could set a strategic stop loss below this inflection zone from history, right? And you'd have really good upside potential. But until then, you have potentially zero upside potential because you've lost a key support and you're just testing it as resistance now. So and this is all technical. I don't even know what's going on with the Forex market, with the Korean won, the Japanese yen. There could be a story or a narrative behind it, but that right there is not good. I get your idea of the structure, but the structure would be easier to handle and manage if an inflection zone from history was recaptured and then we began seeing positive price action correlation to above that level. Okay, so that's where I'm at on Japanese yen to the Korean won. All right, on the weekly. Okay, that's it, man. Thank you, dude, for the contribution that was before the stream even started. Let's go, dude. You know, crazy, man. It's like, look, I'm 4K and people just like talking about my appearance every stream now, and it's like, what is the problem, man? Like, I'm not a model, bro. I'm 38 years old. I'm way beyond my prime for my beauty and my face and how all that works. Like, I'm here for charts and trading and technical analysis. What, you're out of your mind. Your mind is not in the right spot watching this stream if you're even commenting on my appearance. If it's negative, it's worse. It's like, okay, I can get a positive comment, okay, about whatever, but dang, dude, to talk crap, say I look 500 pounds, or my face looks rough, like someone said, it's like, dude, y'all are crazy. All right, let's see what the next request was. Matt, see ya. Okay, well, you know, if he wanted NNDM. Nano Dimension Limited. We had been here and wow, like just terrible. Oh, it's so bad, dude. There's still nothing to do here. Nothing. Really gross. Okay, so weekly, I think I was not even looking on the weekly, I was looking on the daily or something. I mean, bro, you had this, and it ran up. I think it hit one target, and now it's rolled over. Now all we can pray for is a higher low. Yeah, all you can do is pray that 138, 140 holds up, but hopefully they put in a higher low than this triple bottom, and that's it. That's all we can pray for. But the trend's still bad, right? You put in the lowest high of the downtrend. Look, they went to fill the gap, which I believe was target one of that trade. That was it. And they rugged it right there. It's been selling off ever since. So just pray for a higher low. Pray for a little XABC and then a D point 886. And that's to the extent. Otherwise, if you fall below 138, you're screwed. And India.
There's a bearish butterfly in progress on Rivian starting from the July 2024 high on the daily.
Okay. Maybe we can look back at it and see what's up with that. Okay. I'd seem he wants to see HNRG. Halidor Energy. My God. My God, dude. If this thing didn't go insane, and has been going insane since 2020, up and down, but we'll go the weekly on it. Wow, dude. That's what we wish crypto would do. Look at this, man. I mean, you're in pseudo price discovery. You'd be targeting on Halidor Energy. It's up 19% that you're targeting, like straight up for 43.59. That's it. There's nothing there. Look left. Nothing. Nothing, dude. Wow. Notice how it was just like no volume, and all of a sudden, like volume started coming in more. And that's so you can tell the candles are so scrubby. And now you have like 500,000 volume. So what a trend going on here. Love the reaccumulation, swing lows. I don't know if we could even, I could try to make it a channel, but they're ascending this thing real wild. So maybe something like that, you know. Yeah, that means you're at the overbought threshold of this channel. But that was the highest daily candle close we've seen since 1993. I'm sorry, weekly, going for the highest weekly close since 1993. What in the world? All right, I guess we could say maybe they lost it right there, and they recaptured, reconfirmed it. It's tighter channel, whatever. Either way, that's great, man. I mean, what is there to talk about? 20% earnings, still room to, dude. I mean, like, if you care about a channel, whatever, but look left and understand there's just nothing here. There's just no. Maybe, I guess, with $25 psychological. Oh yeah, okay. Let's just say that you're at it, man. You're at one level. If they break 25, then it is a $43 target. I'm sorry. Like, dude, how can you tell? It's so hard to see. There was no liquidity, no volume on the assets in the early 1900s,
Hey, Mitch,
1990s.
Can we take a look at PFE Pfizer on the weekly? Still learning my harmonics. Altbat? Early days like TNDM maybe?
So Bar Smith, thanks so much, dude, for the 20. Yeah, we'll look at that for sure. Thank you, dude. Okay, there was another one since he tipped 50. He wanted rig as well. So I think this thing split or something at some point. Transocean Limited Switzerland. What do we got here? We got this old all-time lows, this new level developed. Yeah, rig on the weekly. I mean, it's been doing well since April. You know, trending, and they recaptured a key 378. I guess anything above 378 equals a target of like 511. So you do have some more upside. You break 511, you go to 725. So it was yeah, like a shark, 100% shark. But just be mindful of the 5.0, the bearish 5.0 that could develop next, which 50% retrace low to high. 544 would be that bearish 5.0 target. So there is some more upside on RIG on the weekly, okay? You do have it, not just for overhead resistance, but harmonic wave structure stuff too, or an X, A, B, C, D completed, and you're running off of that. Typically they'll run 50% before they reverse and retest. So there's more upside. $5, 540, okay, on rig. Daily, you know, it's just, you know, channel uptrending methodically. and they've recaptured that key 2019 377. That's good. They even correlated very nicely there. Nice like rectangle flag behavior above it. Very nice for marking up. Okay, cool. Butterfly on Rivian. A butterfly on Rivian, you say, which I don't think anything matters at this point, just to be real. But I'll still look. Bearish butterfly progress on Rivian starting July 2024 on the daily. July 2024. I would say May, right? May 2024. He's talking about this, which is fine. I mean, that's cool, dude, right? Like he's saying May, XA, then the B, then the C, then the D. So 1272. You're almost there. 1414. It's going to be confluent pretty much with what would be maybe a short-term target. 1927. Yeah, definitely. And then 1618, the max threshold of this butterfly would take us all the way to $20. I'll just say 20 bucks psychological. Yeah, I mean, I think 1927 is the first stop. Maybe even 1880, the high point of the harmonic, right? So a harmonic trader, that'd be their aggressive target. So yeah, for sure. Butterfly, there's always gonna be wave structures, right? But forget it, because you go to the weekly and you see how profound this is. We've seen this before. They're doing it again, right? Same situation. So this one's going to be like, it's a trend reversing structure, I think, and it's going to do pretty much what Baba did, most likely, I would think. But you know, obviously anything can happen. But yeah, 1927 on deck to test that low from May 2022. All right, anyway, so let's look at the other ones, man. Other requests. Next one was DVN, Devon Energy, right? DVN. Yeah, Devon Energy. Let's go, dude. It's been very bad, boys, lately. What a downtrend it's been in for years now. Multi-year downtrend, not a good start. You're like, hey, is that an inverse head and shoulders? Maybe. Let's go to the daily and see. Devon Energy. What was the reason behind your request? What'd you say? What sends? If you want to know what sends the commodity ETF higher, it's probably oil. Well, yeah, it's like okay that they're trying to put in higher lows here, but in the end, there is no higher high, right? So you have some help on the bottom, but no help on the top. So it's more neutral-ish. The prevailing trend is down. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. But it's cool they recaptured the 200 moving average. It's cool they had a golden cross that's about to turn into a death cross again. But you are above the 50. You're above all three moving averages right now, which is cool, but they're all kind of out of whack still. But yeah, it's hard to trust inverse head and shoulder, like Quasimodo scrub looking inverse head and shoulders like this, when you know you're right, the collar, you have two collars, it makes up a neckline, right? The collar and the collar, right? There you go. That's your neckline. That would be the right shoulder or the right collar is lower than the left collar, and you're in a downtrend, so it just doesn't really help. But I see what you're talking about. You're just saying like, okay, they put in the lowest low, they've rallied it, no higher highs yet at all, none. So it's not great yet, but they are doing that. They are attempting to confirm once and twice accumulation, and that you had this low here too. So they rallied above a key level. They even tested and held, and now there's so much demand locally on Devon Energy that the sellers are unable to go test that 3047 level again. Is it there? Is it just no, dude? It's very, very real of a level. You see resistance reversal. Anywhere else? Support. This is a huge zone actually on Devon Energy. So risk management wise, it'd be very easy to set up a stop loss. Look at that. My God, 2016. Does it go back further? Probably does. My God, though. Look at that. It's so crazy. Of course, reversals, support before going higher. I know it's way higher than that now, but that's just such an interesting level that they didn't just defend. They recaptured, they reconfirmed it, and now there's too much demand, so sellers can't push it there anymore. So that is an interesting look on an asset. Could be trying to turn things around very subtly. Yeah, so that's about what we got there on Devon Energy. I mean, maybe a stop below 31.50, but it's 35 bucks now, so it's just been running. All right. Eggs Denny, thanks, dude, for the kind words, man. Drop 007, thank you, dude, for the kind words. Yeah. See, some people are nice. Some people are not judgy. I'm just here, man. Like, I didn't ask anyone how I looked. Okay. All right. R. Smith wanted FISA. Okay, we want Pfizer. Nice day today. My God. It's a nice day, but you're just way below key levels. Like, I just can't like Pfizer till they're recapturing like 27 bucks, bro. And I've got reasons. Like, look, the trend's so bad. And like, this is like where everything matters. Is like above this is where we get crazy runs up to $34. Down, up, 34. Right? Even the COVID crash. Like, to be below that is just not good. And you just got the lowest high, lowest low, lowest high, lowest low. All these are lowest highs. You're just not making lower lows anymore. So you're in this long-term downtrend, and you're currently trading well below these major inflection points that but I do understand, like, yes, of course, I can see right now there's a beautiful accumulation structure locally. No one's going to argue with that. That's like really pretty and proportionate. I get it, man. Above the 200-day moving average now. It's very seldom we see that. But, you know, they'd take it at $25.80, $26.50, $27 like they did before, and it's going to be a big test, man. Like, the big test has not yet begun on Pfizer. If they're accumulating here and they're going to try to reverse the trend, they got to break through all these levels. And I think that's like your insurance, like not owning it till they somehow recapture these levels and then they reconfirm them. And then like they hold and hold and hold. Like, I'd feel a lot better about the asset if it's doing this. I can manage my risk a lot easier too. You see that? Oh, and all of a sudden, is that never Head and Shoulders or something? Like, again, when you're above these levels and you're correlating, the price is correlating positively to these levels, it makes it very easy to strategize an entry, tight stops, and we know our upside is maximum in that situation. But where you are currently, it's very hard. You know, your upside could be literally nothing, almost nothing, just to the extent of $25.80 to $27, and then it rolls over again. So you want to recapture, you want to reconfirm, then you want more positive price action, swing lows, higher lows. You want more evidence of accumulation above the key inflection point, inflection zone, and you're currently below it. So I get it. It's a good start. But remember, these guys did scam the world. Okay, they were lobbying to have the world shut down. These people were evil. Like this whole fake COVID vaccine, where we know it takes a decade of trials to come out with these sorts of vaccines. They just were like, let's just, 3 months, 5 months. Oh, yeah, dude, this is ready to go. The booster, all that was the medical tyranny. These companies are the epitome of evil. And I love to see that they've crashed so far to levels not seen since over 10 years ago. So I think we need more evidence of a trend reversal. We don't have it yet, but whatever. Okay. That's your Pfizer. That was the last request. So I've been live now for 1 hour and 15 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, the bullet. So thanks for being here. Dude, oh my god, Bitcoin's up $46 on the day. Is the downtrend over? Some people would think so. They would look at the green on the new day and be like, time to buy. Yeah, there are people that didn't even take it, absolutely. And even people in these tyrannical European Commonwealth governments, they weren't required to take them either, but their people were. Their citizens were. Yeah, lots of those commercials, man. Yeah, dude, trend analysis is so important, man. Like, first thing you look at, you look at a foreign chart you've never seen before. You want to go immediately to the weekly, so you can see all the candles, see the context. Is it a long-term uptrend, long-term no trend, downtrend? And that's the best way, I think, to begin your analysis. And then from there, you can scale in on less significant time scales. And you're trying to match up long-term uptrends with shorter term, more mid-term uptrends, and then in uptrends, you're looking for bullish patterns to develop, and you're looking for those patterns to be that had been in development for a decent amount of time, and then you want to see them in the conclusion of their development, and then you want that all to be happening at near a support after some sort of mild correction in said long-term uptrend. So we did look at gold, absolutely. Oh, I didn't do donut. Oh my god, dude, what have I done? Chad, I've not looked at Krispy Kreme donuts, because we did look at diabetes, the diabetes chart. So we must, of course, look at Krispy Kreme. Remember Krispy Kreme? They were trying to incentivize you to take the fake vaccine. They'll give you a free effing donut to take an experimental mRNA jab that will give you heart problems the rest of your life, premature death. But somehow, some way, here we go. I get why you requested it. Maybe, I just don't know, man. It's like, dude, they're showing accumulation down here at all-time lows. Bro, in a long-term death trend, Krispy Kreme donuts accumulation ongoing. And they're trying to recapture the 200-day moving average, which has like always been a problem, right? See, this is what I'm saying. It's like really tough here, man. Like, you don't. What do we say about it? I guess if they hold the price above 350 long enough, that high or low, then maybe we got a chance. Where would you go? I don't even, dude. I don't know how long this accumulation phase will last before they mark it down again because it's in a terrible trend, or they mark it up. I mean, earnings on deck, right? Or they already had earnings. They top beat, bottom loss. So yeah, I get it, man. You're just like, dang, dude, look at this asset. It's at all-time lows, and they're putting in more than before. I can definitely see the higher lows come in. Absolutely, no one's gonna argue with that. But what's really resistance? Is 454? I think it might be a resistance. Okay, we don't have too much to work with down here. 454. They break it. I guess we would have to go with 571. They break 571, then maybe you're just looking at a gap fill at 913. Could you imagine Krispy Kreme doubling in value? It's hard to believe, man. But yeah, I mean, if we're just taking it in the context of lately and locally, you just say, yeah, accumulation signature for now, but I have no idea how this is going to end, man. Probably terrible. But yeah, they're trying, man. They're doing everything they can to turn things around. I don't know what's the formula, man. Like, they putting actual crack in the donuts now to get people addicted like Chick-fil-A is doing. I don't know what fundamentally could happen. Anyone got an idea what Krispy Kreme could actually do to increase their revenue, their volume, their profits in 2025? They're just selling poison that does not alter your state of mind, so what's the point? Well, yeah, maybe they team up with Ozempic in the diabetes company. Maybe if they maybe if TDNM, right, or that harmonic setup, maybe if they cure diabetes, then people will be more inclined to eat Krispy Kreme donuts. Because you eat the donuts, you get diabetes, you go to the TDNM clinic, and then they just shoot you up, and boom, no more diabetes. And therefore, it's a feedback loop of eating Krispy Kreme donuts, going to diabetes place, getting shot, you know, and then they could really team up here. I don't know, dude. Good luck on Krispy Kreme. Bitcoin downtrending, okay? There's just no argument. There's nothing you could say. You can go on and you can read all the crypto Twitter bros talking about 150 before New Year's, Goldman Sachs, whoever, talking about 750, 250K. Like, I mean, but like, can we please get a trend reversal first before we talk about it? Could buyers reassume control of Bitcoin and altcoins? Well, we know not altcoins. There's too many. It's not happening. Like, you might get a few in the majors that will reverse, but most will trend towards zero forever because there's 36 million now. 36 million. Not enough liquidity to support 3% of that. So I would just like to see higher highs, higher lows come in. I would like to see a supply line of this newer trend, downtrend, reverse. And we don't have it yet, so we gotta be patient and wait. Okay. Chat, that's all I got today, man. It's just a business stream, right? It's just a Tuesday. Nothing went nuts. Crypto sucks. People don't get excited unless Bitcoin pumps. But I mean, Rivian, bro. Let's go, man. That one was amazing. Love to see Aapl too. Love to see Googl. Waiting on Tesla, though. Tesla would be a great one. For real. A Bitcoin treasury, bro. Come on. They're buying Bitcoin, so buy the company. Yearly candle on Triple D? No. Protein donuts. Whoa. Protein donuts and then cannabis donuts. That's what they should do. Yeah. You eat a donut, you get high. You eat a donut, you've had 60 grams of protein. Boom. There we go. Now, these are some big ideas we should take to their board. We should be on Krispy Kreme's board. Great ideas. Wayne Batson, well, I mean, remember, you hit target 4, bro. What you could do, Wayne Batson, if you really wanted, you offload your BABX, because remember, there's decay on it. Let's go to Baba real quick, because this is the graduated Varsity athlete. I think you might want to. I really do think you might want to offload your Baba now, because remember, we've hit all 4 targets, and now look what's happening as of today. Not good, man. Now maybe tomorrow something good happens, but they've confirmed. Look, remember we talk about this is like gold runs, then it has a big sell-off, and then they attempt to rally. And gold's ongoing with this attempted rally. But Baba clearly lower, and now they sold it off, and it was kind of interesting. Like maybe they're going to hold the support zone. Remember, this is target 4 of the exit of the trade setup. It's over. And now look what they've done. They have broken a key support resistance again, and the downside potential could be massive. They could take this to 148, no problem. No problem they could take this way lower. And it would just be an X, an A, a B, a C, and a C to D wave. The C to D wave could be ongoing right now. So yeah, Batson. If you really wanted to hold on to some Baba, like you just like, I just want it in the portfolio because you fundamentally like it. Because dude, it really could still end up going higher to the 200s. But again, you always are getting, after hitting a target of these trade setups, right? There's always a big pullback. You're going to probably get another one. take it down to 200 again. And then later they run it, because that's what they do. So below 164, any leverage on BABA? No. You shouldn't be levered on BABA when it's doing what it's doing, falling below 164. So if you really cared about BABA, maybe you sell your BABA X and then you just buy spot BABA, where there's no leverage, there's no decay, you don't have to worry about any of that. Or you could just offload your BABA X and wait for BABA to retrace to like 146.50. Maybe they hold that, defend it, small amount, and then you could just DCA all the way down to the 133, 120 level again. But as it stands, the BABA trade setup has concluded. Okay, it is done. So a good question, right? Again, just for the sake of understanding where BABA is, for anyone that cares, is right here, man. It was BABA. There were 4 targets. It was August of last year. And it was a dream of all dreams. And you see this right here, man? You exceeded target 4. And now you're actually, as of today, trading below the final target of the setup, where there's just no upside until you get back above 168, and the downside minimum 148, 149, the old high from March of this year. So, yeah, nothing wrong with offloading your BABA X, because it was a price objective anyway. But as an investor, maybe switch to a non-levered position. Okay, anyway. G-Dog should be sleeping, bro. What you doing, man? What sleep? Yep. Let the robot sleep for us. Okay. I can't really take you on the balcony. I'm pretty tethered here, so. For some reason it's not letting the message can't be sent. Sorry, Vincent. I don't know, man. That's really weird. You can always contribute via crypto. My wallets are in the description. And Stream Elements is the best way anyway. Super chat. Remember, if you super chat me, I am always grateful. But remember, when you do that, Google takes 30% immediately. Tip me $100 immediately. You're only tipping me $70. But if you do the exact same thing via Stream Elements, I get all of it. Crypto, all of it. So yeah, just remember, super chat is not the best way to contribute to me, but I'm still very grateful. Okay, and I'm only saying it because a lot of people don't even know that. Super chat not working for you either. Well, there you go, man. I don't know why. Stream Elements wouldn't even let me replay it earlier. The first tip of the day. So yeah, weird, man. Very, very weird. Yeah, chat, look how just ugly this is. Like, you probably just want a retest of 100K anyway, but I'm just telling you, the way it looks right now, like, you probably looking at a 90K target. They're probably gonna want that, man. I did gold, yeah, at the beginning of the stream. Remember the beginning of the stream? Unless there's some sort of crazy reason why I'm live early or something, I am always looking at the top market cap assets in crypto, the index funds, the Mag 7, gold, silver, sometimes other commodities if it calls for it. I did look at those. I looked at the commodities index today at the beginning. That is what I always do at the beginning of the stream. So you never even have to ask. You just know, yeah, man, Ray definitely probably covered gold. So let me rewind. Whew. Where do you go in Discord? Okay, super chat is just not working. I don't know why. Other people were super chatting earlier, but again, use Stream Elements, tipping crypto, so I get all of the contribution. The super chats on the stream, the pure reason why Google's at all-time highs today. So Solana, dude, just get ready, man. Solana looks so bad. I mean, I don't even know how we don't go to 130. Like, See you at 1:30, chat, on Solana. It's okay. Like I was literally, I wasn't even complaining. I was just saying, like, I was saying that for the sake of everyone, right? Everyone can. Oh yeah, he does that. They're new here, you know, and they want to know. Well, now they know, like what I said. So, dude, look at Filecoin, still dumping, man. Send it lower. They've lost all levels. There's nothing here. Filecoin, again, remember CZ, he wanted to grace his butler and his butler's family, so he told his butler to buy Filecoin, and then they pumped it, and now they're dumping it, okay? Anyway, it's ugly, dude. All right, well, I'll leave y'all to it. I don't do signals. I just post trade setups, no fear. Okay. So like the thing like this. Like that right there on Baba, real quick. Hold on. So stuff like this, dude. You see it right here? That is what I'll post. Like if I like something, I'll post the harmonic, I'll post the entry, the stop loss, and the price objectives. You get that, but don't join, I mean, because I do that. Join because I am very rare as a content creator. I am literally probably one out of how many thousands of people who live stream that does not monetize. I could accept sponsorships. I could do affiliate marketing links. I get offers every single day to take money from entities to do things for them for marketing, and I don't. And monetizing on YouTube, 8 years of doing this, I've never monetized a live stream. I just don't. You don't watch ads. If you're the poorest person, you can tune in and watch for free, and you don't watch any advertisements. So no one does that. In fact, it has gimped me. It's probably screwed me over tremendously in terms of growing, because the YouTube algorithms, there's something involved with that. So for the sake of ensuring my integrity to you as a streamer, content creator, analyst, trader, I do those things, and no one else does. Maybe one other person does. Okay, this guy does too. Congrats. But guess what? That dude's super rare too. You might want to support him as well. So that's the main reason why you would support me in any capacity, whether it's super chats or joining the Patreon Citadel. Yes, you get value in this Patreon Citadel, but dude, I'm telling you, above all that, you would support someone who doesn't monetize for you. So oh, holy crap, man. Dude, it's
sorry for late request. And a bad one.
Sorry for late request and a bad one, Patrick. What do you mean? What's the request? He put that in quotes. Or no, he didn't. That's how streaming was. What does that mean, chat? What is sorry for late request and a bad one? What? Anyone? Bueller? Hello? I'm gonna let y'all figure out what he means by that, so. Ozempic filled donuts. Jesus, that's it. It's literally it. Bitcoin Radio, it certainly does. Yeah. All right, y'all. I mean, if no one can help me with Patrick. What's up, baby? Thanks, dude. 6 or 7. Okay, I guess no one knows. So I asked y'all. Patrick, okay, you can type in the chat too if you are Patrick downtime and you said something. Maybe. I'm actually Patrick. You're Patrick. I'm Patrick. I can't see what else you said downtime. So, oh, where do we go in Discord? So we're showing. Oh, I got you, dude. Let's see. Thanks, dude. Well, thank you for contributing all the time throughout the years, man. I really appreciate that.
Lizard.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
The door's been closed. Okay, so I guess we're good. I guess we are good. So let's see what this bearish engulfing candle on Bitcoin brings us in the coming day, in the next 24 hours. And yeah, we got the lizard again. Hype in the chat for lizards. What all I can say is bear pole, bear flag stuff going on altcoins on lesser time scales, and it's not looking good for them. I mean, the trend is your friend, and it's certainly been in the hands of the sellers for a while now. So I'll be back. Thanks again for likes, love, support, contributions, everything between. Join the Discord if you haven't. It's free to join. It's pinned above in the chat. Join it. A very active community, very educational, very family-oriented, family-friendly oriented. So nothing crazy or bad. So join it. Educational resources for free in that Discord, in our Discord server. Just the source material, no catch. Just material to get you your feet wet in this world of traditional technical analysis. Is a foreign language, so it can be very intimidating and hard to get into. So I'll just be back. Until next time. Respect the T. A. Hey, yo, Benson, man, thank you so much for the 100 Canadian super chat. I just saw that, man. I don't know how long it's been up there, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's been bugged out, and there's like literally nothing I can do. I am at the whims of these third-party apps like Stream Elements. So if you're out there and you're still here, thanks so much, dude. Extremely grateful for your ongoing contributions and support of this community and stream. Love you, dude. Love you all. Peace.
Telepathie beschreibt eine Vermittlung von Informationen ohne die Beteiligung von Sinnesorganen über eine nicht fest definierte Distanz. Es können dabei Ideen, Gefühle, Gedanken und auch Stimmungen zwischen verschiedenen Lebewesen ausgetauscht werden. Es ist eine Fähigkeit, die dazu bemächtigt, Inhalte gefühlsmäßig zu empfangen und dann in eigenen Worten oder zumindest in der eigenen Wahrnehmung wiederzugeben. Meistens sind sie